Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome. I'm Trent Staggs, Riverton Mayor, and it's my honor to be able to greet all of you here this evening, welcome you out. Due to COVID-19, we weren't able to have as many people as we've had in these events in the past, limited numbers, but really grateful that we're able to have this meeting, and our staff has done just a fantastic job at putting this together. This is the second year now that we have decided to do the State of the City in conjunction with the Chamber Awards, and I think that's a great, it's a great way to put these two events together. Well, as I indicated, I'm honored to be here and to update you on the state of our city. I must first preface my address by commenting on how refreshing it is to be able to meet in person as opposed to just a boring online meeting. So this is great, and I hope this trend continues. I'd also like to thank a number of individuals before we get going, and that is definitely first and foremost our City Council. We have fantastic council members. Councilmember McKay is here along with Stewart and Claude Wells, Councilmember Broker. Troy McDougall's unable to join us here. He's got a playoff basketball game to attend to, but I'm really grateful for all of their hard work and dedication, and also for all the work they've done in creating a vision for our city that I think is really going to last well into the future. I'd like to thank our first responders. We heard the sirens go off, and some of them had to leave already, but thank you very much for all of your work. Our active service members and veterans, their families, we thank you so much for your service and sacrifice. You're really the reason that our republic still stands today. And you're the shield that keeps our community safe. Thank you. Thank you to our hardworking employees. They've done a phenomenal job here this evening, but they always do. They really make the elected officials look good, make things run smoothly. Our employees are first class, and I'd be hard-pressed really to find a more united and dedicated group in anywhere in the state. Special thanks to our elected officials that we have here tonight, our state elected officials and our school board members. Thank you so much for all that you do. Your hard work and dedication does not go unnoticed. Thank you for all that you do for all of your constituents. And I'd like to thank the South Valley Chamber and the new CEO, Jay Francis. Thank you for your continued support and partnership. You know, during this pandemic, the Chamber was really instrumental in being able to provide a number of resources for businesses, to include help with applying for federal and state grants and various COVID relief funds. And a huge thank you to all of our residents. All of our residents are faith-based and volunteer organizations that truly make Riverton a community. Thank you. Over the last several months, we've heard from many organizations on the wide-ranging effects of COVID. It's no secret that this global pandemic has been taxing on the economy, local communities, and businesses. We've seen entire industries shut down. Businesses close, social gatherings get canceled. We've changed and modified the way that we greet and we have events. Coretta Scott King once said that the greatness of a community is most accurately measured by the compassionate action of its members. And over the last year, we've seen that true strength and compassion in our own community. We've seen our very own Riverton Hospital move into overdrive and really become the forward base of operations for the fight against COVID-19. Our nurses, doctors, caretakers, and healthcare providers have spent many sleepless nights, countless hours, protecting the lives of our most vulnerable. Our amazing teachers have been phenomenal, been forced to modify how they teach, and they've done that in order to continue educating our children. And in the face of increased state and county regulations and health orders, our business community has modified the way they operate in order to keep employees and customers safe. It's no small thing. Most importantly, our residents, I think, have done a fantastic job. They have answered the call to care for family, friends, and neighbors. They provided meals to those in need. I've seen them donate time and money to local charities. They frequented businesses and restaurants to keep them open, and performed hundreds of hours of community service. Through all of these challenges, I've never been more impressed and proud of this incredible community. You are resilient, you are fighters, and from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank each and every one of you for your bravery and courage. 2021 here marks the final year of a first term in office for me, and as I look back on that term, I'm reminded of the reasons why I decided to run. I wanted to ensure that Riverton was taking adequate steps to properly plan for the future. I wanted to create a culture of fiscal responsibility and protect residents from unnecessary tax and fee increases. And given my background, I wanted to really use that experience and help elected officials and staff think outside the box and innovate on the services that we provide and how we provide them. So 3 years later here, I'm really proud of where we are and the progress we've made. Over these last 3 years, we've strengthened our relationship also with neighboring cities and with county and state leaders. For the first time, Riverton and cities in the southwest portion of Salt Lake County have decided to collaboratively work together on a framework to address current and future challenges related to growth, which we know is a big deal. This collaboration has given our often neglected corner of the county a strong, united voice with the ability to make real change. Fiscally, I'm proud to tout that the Riverton has not had a net fee increase since 2014. And we continue to have the lowest utility fees amongst all of our neighbors. And year after year, our strong and diverse staff continues to keep our city running. Not only that, we prove time and again that we can do more with less. As of today, our full-time employee count is 2.6 employees per 1,000 residents. And that is really one of the lowest, if not the lowest, in the entire county. That's a statistic that you'll find on the Success by Numbers. While we can do more with less, Riverton will continue to experience growth over the next 10 years as we approach the build-out of our city. So it's important that we be willing and we're able to find innovative ways to provide services and cut costs and regulations and strategically plan for our future. So at this time, I'd like to share just a couple of accomplishments in 2020 and then provide a bit of a vision for the future. The Riverton Police Department completed their first full year of service. Not only have they worked diligently to generate positive citizen-officer interactions and a high level of service in meeting the needs of our residents, under the leadership of Chief Don Hudson, our police department has been a first mover on multiple policies. In June, following national events and circumstances regarding police use of force and racism, Chief Hudson and I received numerous requests about our own police department policies. We were able to tell all of these inquirers that we had already instituted from the outset of our organization policies and initiatives in regards to use of force, body cameras, anti-bias, policy and training, hiring practices, and even complaints, the complaint process, which to me truly demonstrates the level of equitable policing in our community, and I'm very proud of Chief Hudson and our police department. Chief Hudson and I were also able to announce the Citizens Police Academy that we'll have this year. This will be a special opportunity to introduce community members to the operations of the police department, while helping the police department more fully integrate and build a relationship based on trust. In November, all 35 of our sworn officers also completed in-depth training on how to interact with individuals with autism. This training is just another example of proactive steps taken by Riverton Police Department to ensure they are properly trained to handle any challenge or situation that might arise. Financially, the move to the Salt Lake Valley Law Enforcement Service Area over 3 years ago now, and the creation of our Riverton Law Enforcement Service Area as the means of paying for police has been wildly successful. Our financial team has reported that just over the last 3 years, we have cumulatively saved $4.1 million in property tax for all of our residents. And we've seen about $3.1 million in value added by having our own police department and in this move. That has been largely through the reclamation of our police department. That was an enormous asset we were able to reclaim. And also the addition of 9 officers that we have now serving our community for the same price as the 26 officers that were allotted under Unified Police. Again, we're very proud of our police department, and we look forward to the future success I know they'll have in protecting our residents and preserving the standing of our beautiful city. Last year, we announced the city's plan to replace the Unified Fire Service area with our very own taxing district for fire and emergency medical services. As of January 2021, we're now utilizing our own Riverton Fire Service area to pay for the services that Unified Fire Authority provides. When the Unified Fire Service area's intention was to bond for millions of dollars for stations that were outside of our city, city officials felt it would be fiscally irresponsible to make Riverton residents pay additional taxes for services that would never directly benefit them. And not only do we fully expect this move to our own fire service area to save Riverton taxpayers millions in future years, we've already seen immediate benefits by the reclamation of our 3 fire stations. You can see that that totals close to $6.6 million with these 3 stations. This is just yet another example of how elected officials are working together, trying to innovatively deliver the essential services that are required of our residents to ensure the highest quality of service at the lowest possible cost. We continue to be very pleased by the work that Unified Fire Authority does, and thank the firefighters who dedicate their time and serve our community. While many communities are financially struggling to recover from the effects of the pandemic, Riverton's fiscally conservative principles, vision, and leadership have allowed for an upward growth in revenues and have a faster than expected recovery. We've seen an upward trend in building permits, sales tax revenues, and population growth. Last year, our commercial building footprint grew by 520,000 square feet. Since 2013, our once small town, Riverton, has added 1.8 million square feet of commercial space. This growth has mainly been seen in our Western Commercial District area. In addition to construction beginning on Mountain View Village Phase 2, in June, we were able to share the exciting news that Costco Wholesale had announced Riverton as their next store location. With site preparation already underway, this store is located at the northeast corner of 132nd South and Mountain View. It's scheduled to be opened in 2022 and will include 160,000 square feet of warehouse and a gas station. Along with increasing the commercial building permits and square footage, residential permits have increased by 2,048 since 2013. We've had over 2,000 new residential building permits just in the last 7 years. And our connections now total, our utility connections total over 10,400. To keep up with this growth, we've advanced our focus on connectivity and infrastructure. Last year, we began construction of Old Liberty Way at 4050 West and 4150 West to be able to provide greater connectivity between 126 South and 134th. And as you all can see and notice the delays, UDOT has started construction of a freeway-style interchange at 126th and Bangerter. But once completed, we really expect a significant improvement to traffic flows, both going east and west on 126th and north and south along Bangerter at that interchange. Now let's talk about sales tax. In the spring of 2020, Salt Lake County and many other governmental entities were forecasting that sales tax was going to decline precipitously. So we modified as a city our estimates for sales tax downward to about $7.5 million for this fiscal year 2020. But I'm proud to report that we've exceeded those expectations, and in fact, we've had our most successful year ever. In fiscal year 2020, which ended here on June 30th, we saw sales tax revenues hit $8.3 million. And as you can see, in the last 7 years there, since 2013, we've grown 65% and 10% in sales tax revenue just in the last year, and we expect that to continue. The growth in sales tax revenues shows the economic vitality of our city and reflects the overall success that businesses are seeing. Increases in sales tax revenues also help us as elected officials keep our property tax rate at 0 and to also keep our fees lower than neighboring cities, if not the lowest in the county, and you can see that here as well. The economic growth we've seen in 2020 is exciting, but with that said, there are parts of our city and business community that are still trying to recover from the pandemic. And given the multitude of regulations that have been forced upon them, it has been a challenge. As a community, I've often said our greatest asset will always be our people. As mayor, I view it as my responsibility to look out for the well-being and safety of all Riverton residents, while at the same time guarding their inalienable rights to life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness. Since the beginning of the pandemic, I've been very vocal about the need for elected officials to protect the health of our communities while also preserving the right of all people to work, protecting lives and livelihoods. With the multitude of state, county, and health department regulations forced upon businesses, this has proven extremely difficult for many industries. In an attempt to mitigate the effects of these regulations and to support our local businesses, we've introduced here in Riverton the Economic Recovery Initiative back in April of 2020. This successful initiative accomplished 5 things. It extended the $0 charge on business license fees. It approved temporary signage and reduced other restrictions and regulations on businesses. It created an expansive Eat Local campaign. We hosted virtual business roundtables to be able, in conjunction with the chamber, to provide resources that they might need, and a very well-attended business blitz here in this park. Last month, I penned a letter to Governor Cox and County Mayor Wilson and their respective health departments. The purpose of that was to ask them to begin rolling back regulations as the COVID-19 vaccine becomes more available, to do that as soon as possible. As a follow-up to the Economic Recovery Initiative last April, we've announced this month the Local First Initiative. The goal of the campaign will be to educate residents on the benefits to our community of buying local and encourage residents to support businesses in Riverton whenever possible. I implore each of you to also do your part to think local and keep an eye out for various local first contests, giveaways, and other developments that you'll see this year. While we have accomplished so much over the last year, there's still much work in the future for us to do. Over the next 10 years, our Western Commercial District, anchored by Mountain View Village and Costco, will go through and see some significant changes, some growth. We're currently creating a vision to redesign the downtown area here and around City Hall and this beautiful Riverton City Park. We've conducted visioning and planning efforts in this area and have begun the process of designating certain portions of the downtown as a community reinvestment area. I envision what can become truly a destination place here, highlighted with monument signage, commercial office, pedestrian-friendly retail, sit-down restaurants, and options that maintain and incorporate the unique character and history of our city. Efforts are also underway in working with the county on improvements to the county golf course facilities, and also with the Riverton Arts Council for modifications to our community center and auditorium. All of these initiatives, I believe, will enhance and revitalize this downtown area. Water will remain a valuable resource that we must protect. We're actively working on a long-term solution to re-engage some of our well water, our well assets, and have them produce clean water that is equal to or better than what we receive from the Jordan Valley Water Conservancy District. This, I believe, will cut costs for taxpayers and limit our dependence on the Conservancy District going forward. Not only do we need to increase roadway and transportation infrastructure, it's time we begin looking at ways to invest in broadband, connectivity, and infrastructure. In this modern era, and if this pandemic has taught us anything, municipalities like Riverton can and must view broadband as an essential service and ensure that the service is available to all residents. Whether it's through city-owned infrastructure or through a public-private partnership, now is the time, I believe, to find a solution that is realistic and cost-effective. With endless potential for future prosperity, now is the time to be forward-thinking, seek out new opportunities, and find new and innovative solutions to the challenges that we face. In conclusion, new growth will bring about new opportunities and new challenges. If we can pull through and accomplish so much during a year like 2020, then there should be no limit to what we can accomplish this year and in years to come. Let us remember and our resolve in 2020 to help push us past future challenges and harness the potential of new opportunities. I've said this before and I'll say it again. More than ever now, I believe our city is financially secure, safe, and prepared for the future. Elected officials do not hold all the answers, and we should not act as if we do. We should continue to listen, learn, and lean on our exceptional community partners, our business leaders, and our residents. Your input and voice is greatly appreciated as we begin to rebuild and move on from this pandemic. Together we can and we will create a more prosperous and better tomorrow. Thank you, God bless you, and may God bless the great city of Riverton. Thank you. I'd like to invite Jay Francis to come up and announce the award recipients.
Thank you, Mayor. It's an honor to be here, and to say that 2020 was a unique year is an understatement. And it kind of reminds me of the little girl by the name of Rebecca. Mom and Dad had put her down for the night to go to sleep, brushed the teeth, said their prayers, put them in bed. And Rebecca called out, "Dad, can I have a drink of water?" "No, go to sleep." Dad's reading his newspaper, and Mom's doing some stitching. 5 minutes later, "Dad, can I have a drink of water?" "No, I said go to sleep." A couple minutes later, "Dad, can I have a drink of water?" "No, and if you don't quit asking, I'm going to come up and spank you." The dad says, "I'm really not going to do it." Just a couple minutes later, "Dad, when you come up and spank me, will you bring me a glass of water?" Well, it's kind of what we've had to be like. We've had to think outside the box and to think different as a chamber and as businesses, because this has been a unique year, and we've had to reach out differently. Chambers are all about bringing people together and having events and connecting one another. That kind of went away. In fact, we had an employee leave last February, and she was our marketing and events coordinator. Well, COVID hit in March, and we said, guess we won't hire for a while, and because we went to Zoom. I just wish I had bought Zoom stock in January of 2020. So. But I'm here to report that we're doing well, and we have over 400 members. In fact, as of yesterday, it was 419, but I'm sure that Roseanne added today, so we're probably 425. So, but we had 96% renewal, which beat our budgeted projections for 2020. We continued during the pandemic to offer small business education. We offer a class that's similar to a mini MBA, academies that are one-off where small businesses can kind of get tuned up on IT and HR and marketing and accounting. And we continue to offer those in a unique format so that we could stay relevant. COVID has also hit the hotel, convention, and the related industries really, really hard. And we have organized a South Valley Travel and Tourism Council, I guess you'll call it. And we've been working hard with that to try to help those, and we'll have a campaign coming out for the hotels just in the south part of the valley where people can be incentivized, locally. Get away from your home, go stay in a hotel, and the incentive is going to be awesome. We just can't announce it yet. So we're here to lift and to support and build, and I want to read our mission statement that we came up with about 4 weeks ago. We think this really defines us. It's really simple. The South Valley Chamber of Commerce mission is to connect, advocate, educate, and grow by working with local businesses, governments, and community leaders. We're so proud and pleased to be part of Riverton and the South Valley with what's going on. We think that we have a united effort. We think that what we do in the South Valley with, as the mayor said, multiple mayors working together is different than what's going on in other parts of the county. And we're excited for, at least after what the governor said last night, we're excited for July 4th. Let's just hope it happens. But anyway, thank you so much for letting us be here. I'd like to thank Mayor Staggs and David Brickey and your staff. It's been a pleasure to work with you. Casey, I know those who put on things, I used to do events in my 35 years with the Larry Miller Group. You did a great job. Thank you and we're grateful for Claude Wells, who is on our board, represents the city. He was with us this morning at 7:30 in the morning in a meeting up in the salt mine because we did a hybrid in-person and virtual board meeting this morning. There he was, bright and early. I mean, he left here at 7 to get there by 7:30. So thank you so much. Mayor, thank you. Thanks for letting us be part of your community. We're going to begin with the Chamber Ambassador of the Year, which is kind of special to me. We begin this evening by presenting the Chamber Ambassador of the Year Award. This award is presented to a South Valley Chamber Ambassador in Riverton who has gone above and beyond to serve Chamber members and who has also seen outstanding business success. I'm pleased to announce Dave Kawaja as the Chamber Ambassador of the Year. Dave Kawaja is the owner of First Touch Consulting, a local Riverton business that helps other businesses of all sizes obtain business loans or financing for commercial real estate and equipment. Dave has served as the South Valley Chamber Ambassador for the last 2 years and will serve as the co-chair of our new Small Business Committee, which I'm really excited about. Podcast coming to you soon. He first became involved with the Chamber by attending workshops on topics such as the digital marketing, finance, and sales. He ultimately completed the South Valley Chamber Business Accelerator Academy, which he accredits to substantially changing and improving the way he runs his business. Dave and First Touch Consulting have played a key role in the COVID-19 pandemic, helping many small businesses apply for and receive loans and other financial support allowed those businesses to remain open. Congratulations, Dave, and please come forward. Thank you. Next, we present the Businesswoman of the Year Award. This award is presented to a businesswoman in Riverton who has achieved outstanding results in business, driven innovation in business, or has otherwise helped business succeed. I'm pleased to announce Leslie Mulford Reiser as the Businesswoman of the Year. Leslie is the owner and operator of Elite Academy, an award-winning dance studio and academic preschool located in Riverton. Leslie has taught thousands of students over the course of her 25 years in business, where she has worked to teach, she must have started when she was 12, where she has worked to teach many life skills such as teamwork, kindness, dependability, and leadership. Leslie's leadership this year helped her business creatively adapt to COVID-19. She and her 15 employees have worked to limit the amount of dancers and staff in the building, following social distancing, masking protocols, and keeping her space clean and sanitized. Leslie's leadership is also shown through her Elite Academy. Elite Academy is frequently involved with community and participates with local charities and causes. Congratulations, Leslie. Please come forward. Now we would present the Businessman of the Year Award. This award is presented to a businessman in Riverton who has achieved outstanding results in business, driven innovation in business, or has otherwise helped business succeed. I'm pleased to announce Monty B. Peterson as this year's Businessman of the Year. Monty has been a prominent member of the Riverton business community for his entire career. As president of Peterson's Market, Monty has employed many neighbors and residents of Riverton. He has worked with Peterson Market for over 58 years of his 82 years the business has operated. At 70 years old, Monty entered the realm of semi-retirement at the end of 2020. Under Monty's leadership, Peterson's Market has grown and prospered, bringing many new offerings to the community over the years and currently employing over 100 people. During his career at Peterson Market, Monty served in many business and community functions, including as chairman of the board and board member for Associated Food Stores. Monty and Peterson's Market have been champions of Riverton community and have given much over the years. He has also been a Little League baseball coach, scoutmaster, served in volunteer positions within his church. Congratulations to Monty. Please come forward.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Now, the last business award I'm pleased to announce is our Business of the Year. And I'm pleased to announce Sausalito's Mexican Grill. Sausalito's Mexican Grill is a cornerstone in Riverton's restaurant community. Sausalito's opened in Riverton in 2002 and has since become one of the most popular dining locations in the South Valley area. The restaurant specializes in delicious Mexican food served by a friendly and courteous staff in a fun and casual restaurant environment. Like most restaurants, COVID-19 hits Sausalito's hard. Due to quick innovation, the business not only adapted and survived the situation, but found ways to feed hungry families and the homeless and hire back most of their staff. Sausalito's employs approximately 67 employees and has had a long history of giving back to and supporting the community. The business is owned by Travis and Terry Bonino, with Jake Bright serving as general manager. Travis and Terry's sons, Caden and Dylan, run the catering and delivery business, which we've had them cater several events for us personally. Congratulations, Sausalitos, and it says here, would the owners come forward? So that must mean you, Terry. No, I'm just. We'll do pictures later. I'll now turn the time over to the mayor for the city awards.
Thanks, Jay. I'm pleased this evening to recognize 3 individuals who have made significant contributions to our community. As I mentioned in my speech, our greatest asset in our city is our people. And we have these 3 awards this evening. First off, the Excellence in Public Safety Award. It's presented to a member of the Riverton Police Department or Unified Fire Authority who has shown an outstanding commitment to public safety or otherwise performed his or her duties with distinction. I'm pleased to announce Chief Wade Watkins is the recipient of the Excellence in Public Safety Award. Wade Watkins serves as Riverton City's liaison to Unified Fire Authority and as chief of UFA's Fire Training Division. During his time as liaison to Riverton, Chief Watkins is known for going above and beyond to meet the city's needs and be a trusted, reliable partner for the city. His efforts to further integrate UFA with the community and Riverton City to promote an atmosphere of teamwork have not gone unnoticed. He's been serving the community since 1999, when he started his career as a part-time firefighter right here in Riverton. In his current role with the Fire Training Division, Chief Watkins' priority is to train the next generation of firefighters to respond effectively to citizen needs. This is his passion, and he finds a great deal of joy in his pursuit. And Chief Watkins, it's been a real pleasure to work with you over the last few years. Thank you so much for all you've done for our community. Please stand up and come forward to receive your award. For the Outstanding City Employee Award, this is a very hard decision for me. We have so many fantastic city employees. And so to be able to narrow it down to just one was difficult. But I'm pleased to present Todd Stewart this evening with the Outstanding City Employee Award. Todd works as the facilities maintenance manager for Riverton City and has been with us now some 7.5 years. Todd's been instrumental in the recent remodeling of Riverton City Hall. We've done a lot of changes, as many of you, I'm sure, have recognized there, to the City Hall and also our campus, council chamber, courtroom, lobby, and many offices. And Todd manages a team of 7 who are primarily responsible for the maintenance and upkeep of 7 city facilities and the Riverton Senior Center. As circumstances have changed over the last year due to COVID-19, there's been a tremendous amount of additional responsibility placed on Todd and his team. They've been instrumental in keeping the city employees and the public visitors safe. Todd and his family have lived in Riverton for the past 20 years. Congratulations, Todd. Would you stand and please come forward? Final award this evening is the Mayor's Service Award. This award is presented to a resident of Riverton who has provided outstanding service to the city or community throughout the year. I'm pleased to announce Linda Abel as the recipient of the Mayor's Service Award. Linda serves as chair of Riverton City's Historic Preservation Commission. She has served on the commission since 2018 and became chair in 2019. Linda has played a key role in organizing the Wreaths Across America program at Riverton City Cemetery to honor the veterans buried there. In December of 2020, every veteran in the cemetery was honored with a Christmas wreath, thanks in part to Linda's passion for the project. Additionally, Linda has been involved with the commemoration of the 100th anniversary of World War I at the Riverton Cemetery and the commemoration of the 100th anniversary of women's suffrage, and in developing historical displays at the Sandra and Lloyd Community Center. She also serves on the board of the Spirit of America chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution, also on her HOA board, and within her church. She has lived in Riverton for 14 years. Congratulations, Linda. Would you please come forward to accept your award? Thank you. Again, congratulations to all of our award winners tonight. We're so grateful for your contributions to our community. Casey and the communications team have done a phenomenal job putting this event together, and they surprised me and I think many people with this backdrop here today, which is pretty amazing. So can we give a hand for Casey and his team? I'd like to invite our city council members to also come forward and be able to take photos with these award recipients. We have prepared refreshment boxes for everyone that you can take on your way out. Thank you to Cheryl and team for that. Always does an amazing job. I always hesitate singling out people because I'm going to forget somebody, but thank you to all of our amazing employees here at the city and for everybody for coming tonight. And I hope this has been a fun and rewarding evening. Thank you so much.